to be talking about today I'm going to be talking about the Tinkerbell movies, and mainly about upcoming Tinkerbell movies, and the debate of like, is there going to be any more, of which we definitely know there's going to be one more, and kind of what happened with that, because I think originally they had in the run a 6, a 7 and an 8. As you know, there is 5 Tinkerbell movies already released, and I think now they've all been cancelled bar the 6th. So yeah, let's just have a little look through about the ones that have already come out, and then, you know, we'll get into that. So we have, of course, Tinkerbell, which was the first one that came out in 2008, I believe. I could be slightly wrong on that, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I just still need to get this one Blu-ray. We've got Tinkerbell, which I believe was straight to DVD release. I'm pretty sure it was. Then we've got Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, which I believe, again, straight to DVD release. Now, I feel like Great Fairy Rescue might have been limited movie release, but it might still have been straight to DVD. Not sure on that one. But yes, we've got Great Fairy Rescue, which is the third one, and then the last 2 were released in theatres. So we've got Tinkerbell and the Secret of the Wings, and of course finally the newest one, Tinkerbell and the Pirate Fairy, which has some tie-in to Peter Pan, but I'll get to that in a bit. So like I say, these 2 were definitely released in theatres, and I'm not entirely sure about Great Fairy Rescue. I don't think it was, but if it was, I'm really not sure. It might have been limited release. But yeah, these 2 definitely were released in theatres. Now, I think it was, I don't know when it was, but at some point, Disney Toon Studios, who sends out these movies, who creates the movies, whatever, they decided the Tinkerbell franchise wasn't doing as well as they thought it was going to, and it's kind of dropped in sales and in toys and everything. So they're like, you know, we'll kind of dwindle it out. It's not working anymore and stuff like that. And then, of course, in between these 2 movies, Planes came out. Wait, I actually have Planes here. Let me grab it. So, in between the release of this one and this one, we had Planes, which was also released by Disney Toon Studios. Now, Planes did significantly better in sales of the box office, sales on Blu-ray, sales on DVD, than Secret of the Wings did. So they were like, Planes. So of course Planes now has a sequel, Planes 2 Fire and Rescue, and they're thinking this is kind of more the way to go, and that Tinkerbell might have died out a bit. Now, I personally thought with the release of Pirate Fairy, which I really enjoy, that they might reconsider and think, you know what, the Tinkerbell movies are doing well, but I actually looked up the statistics, and Tinkerbell and the Pirate Fairy did not as well, or did worse than Secret of the Wings in not only box office sales, but also DVD and Blu-ray sales in the first few weeks. I was really surprised about that Secret of the Wings did better than Pirate Fairy. I thought Pirate Fairy would have done really well. I kind of felt like it was doing well for itself, but no, it's actually done you know, worse than Secret of the Wings, and a lot worse than Planes. So I think that's kind of why they cancelled off 7 and 8 of the Tinkerbell movies. But number 6 is still going to be released in 2015, but I believe it's going to be direct to DVD and Blu-ray again. So I guess they're just not doing as well at the box office as they hoped. And it's going to be Legend of the Neverbeast. Now, this can work in really well with Peter Pan as well. As you know, Pirate Fairy tied in with Peter Pan. It kind of had some, like, Captain Hook was in it and had some involvement to do with Peter Pan. Now, I think Legend of the Neverbeast is also going to have some connection to Peter Pan. And I believe, if they're sure it's going to be the last movie, I think they might tie it in. So, well, I would hope. I obviously don't know. But I know it's going to have some tie-ins to Peter Pan and be like a prequel kind of thing like Pirate Fairy was. But maybe a little bit more, who knows. But I think if they are going to have it as the last one, it would be really clever if they had it so that then it would almost be like Peter Pan is the next film. Do you know what I mean? So you've got all these Tinkerbell movies, and then you'd have Legend of the Neverbeast, and then it'd be Tinkerbell. And then you'd have Return to Neverland, which is the sequel to Peter Pan. Yeah, it's getting confusing. So it's kind of like they've done all these ones, and it leads up to then the movie Peter Pan. I thought that would be really, really clever if they did that. So I don't know if they will and stuff, but I thought that would be pretty clever. Personally, I would like to see more Tinkerbell movies. I'd like there to be a 7 and an 8. I mean, I know there's kind of a lot now, but I really enjoy them, and I think they're really great. But I am also excited to see what other things the studio will come out with, like obviously Planes. I think Planes is pretty great too, but I don't know how many sequels they're going to make of this now. I'm hoping Fire and Rescue will be good as well, but I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. they're probably going to make quite a few more of them, because Planes definitely did significantly better than the Tinkerbell movies at the box office and DVD and Blu-ray sales. I don't know why. I think it's maybe just because it had some kind of connection to Cars, but it didn't really, but who knows. So yeah, it's kind of a shame that number 7 and 8 of the Tinkerbell movies got cancelled, but I guess, I don't know, we'll see more. I don't know as well what they're going to do with the Disney Fairies range. They've got a Disney Princess range, obviously, and they've got the new, is the logo on here? No. They kind of have that Disney Fairies type thing, I don't know. So who knows what will come of Tinkerbell, but I know that Legend of the Neverbeast will come out in 2015. That one kind of looks cool. And I don't think 7 and 8 will be made. So my thoughts on this are just that, you know, it is kind of a shame, but I suppose that the Disney Studios realise it's not doing as well as it should and are going to move on to other things, which is understandable. And I just kind of want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Are you happy that there's not going to be any more Tinkerbell movies? Are you like, okay, 6 is enough? Are you excited for Legend of the Neverbeast? Have you heard anything about it? Did you want them to make 6? I keep doing that. 7 and 8. Did you want them to make 7 and 8 of the Tinkerbell movies? Do you like Planes? Are you happy they've now got this kind of franchise going on as well? And are you excited to see what their new movies will be? Obviously, they must be coming up with something else. If you want to know a little bit more about Disney Studios and the back end of that, I actually made a video talking about it and what they did before they made these films and how now they're changing things, because I guess that kind of ties in with this. I'll just link it down below and you can check that out. But yeah, until then, this is what I think about these Tinkerbell movies and the new ones. Well, the new one, which is a shame, but you know, these ones are all great and I'm looking forward to the new one next year. If you want me to do a review on all the Tinkerbell movies, let me know in the comment below. And I will just see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I explained myself well enough. I don't know if I did, but thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm hoping that Legend of Neverbeast ties in with Peter Pan and it leads on nicely, but we'll never know until next year. Thanks for watching. Goodbye!